Hello everybody, 'tis I, the Rumpled One. I guess if you've been watching my videos over the past week or so, you know I've been banned from the Minimalist site. And I guess one of the things that I've always been concerned with is exposing hypocrisy, exposing inconsistencies, bringing them to the forefront, questioning them. And it's funny because in the days now we have the internet, we are just bombarded with so much information, disinformation, misinformation. And part of this is it's all a fight for our attention and our dollars. And I bring this up again because one of the emails I subscribe to, pages, is called Zen Habits. And it's a interesting site. I mean, I've studied Zen ever since Kung Fu was on TV. And Kung Fu's what got me into Eastern philosophy and the study of it. And you see this guy is, now he's going to publish a book. And he's asking his followers, his subscribers, to fund it through, I don't know if it was Kickstarter or crowdfunding or crowdsourcing, one of these new sites, which is just another way of separating you from your dollars. Now, the intention can be good, but it's not necessarily the intention, it's the result. And you see, in this battle for your attention and your dollars, everybody is cutting out their little niche or their brand. It's so funny. I mean, people say, well, Rumple1, aren't you a brand? The Rumpled One, you're draining the banks and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, I guess you could argue that too, but I guess I'm not so cutthroat about it. I mean, you know, the only thing I sell are t-shirts, and I only have a few of them left. And I don't really plan on making any more. I did that kind of as a joke, just like I'm thinking about another round of t-shirts kind of as a joke. But that's off the topic. But you see, I got this email. His name is Leo Balbota. I might be saying it wrong. B-A-B-A-U-T-A. Balbota, maybe. Anyway, seems like a nice guy. Put out a video. And, you know, I wish him well. I don't have any ill will against him. He hasn't banned me yet. But he's doing it on Kickstarter. And he says he's selling it directly to all of you. Well, I think he probably has somewhere around 30,000 people. So I guess if his endeavor is successful, he's going to pick up a nice little chunk of change. I'm even thinking about buying the book because I'm just kind of curious, because once again, I do like Zen. But it just goes to show how there's just so many people out there in, you know, in cyberspace who wind up following a guru, a leader, a shepherd. And it's kind of like, well, people say, well, what about you, Rumple1? You got people following you on your trading forums and watching your YouTube videos. But you see, that's not the point, because the difference is, with me, I want to teach you to walk on your own 2 feet. You know, teach you how to fish. So you don't have, I don't want you following me. I just show you what I do, and if you can use it in some way, shape, or form, take it and make it your own. And that's what I really think is my approach, and that's what separates me from the rest. I mean, sure, if I wanted to, I could have had sites and sold indicators probably by the thousands, but to me, that's just not where I'm coming from. I think it's wrong. But, you know, that's just my opinion. But this guy, you know, he's talking about, his book is about how to make habit change. And there's a lot of information lately about changing habits. You know, they say it's like you have these, your brain's like this record, and it has these grooves, and once the grooves get set, you know, you have to start cutting in new grooves. You have to challenge everything. And, you know, you saw what happened when I challenged, you know, the whole thought of minimalism. You know, I say, well, you know, what is the answer? What is the answer you're looking for? What result are you trying to produce by being a minimalist? And, you know, like this guy says, he says, the book is about how to make habit change at its surface, but at a deeper, I guess he meant level. It says, but at a deeper is about the nature of change and finding peace and contentment in life. He says he's poured his heart into this, and he thinks it's his best work. Well, maybe it is. But, I mean, the nature of change, and finding peace and contentment in life, I mean, I kind of smile about it because, see, Alan Watts, I've been reading this book. In fact, I guess I'm almost done. I have to do a book review. Alan Watts, Doesn't Matter, Essays on Man's Relation to Materiality. And here I'm going to read from page 110. In short, the point is that every project for righting the world or oneself is a conceptual fantasy because while we remain in the world of concepts, we cannot identify right without the contrast of left or wrong. This is as true politically as it is psychologically, for the following of right-wing or left-wing ideologies diverts our attention from specific problems, just as projects for world improvement divert us from planting seeds and gathering fruit. And the title of this essay is Planting Seeds and Gathering Fruit. So, you see, yeah, some people have these well-wishing, well-intended ideas, but the fact of the matter is on the internet, and even on TV and print media, it's basically a fight for your attention and a fight for your dollars. And they will pull out every trick in the book to get it. It's just that simple. And I find it humorous almost because, once again, with the internet, you can find so many things, so much information. Just, you know, type in the search words, your keywords, and there it is, right there. All you have to do is read it. But these people latch on to these leaders, these spiritual gurus, and I just don't understand this fascination. I mean, what is it that they're really trying to accomplish? I mean, happiness? It's a state of mind. It comes and goes. If you don't believe me, just watch any football fan. I mean, their states of happiness and sadness, it's like this, you know, depending on, you know, if their team's scoring or getting scored upon, you know, what the refs, kind of calls the refs making, you know, whether or not they're winning and losing. I mean, they really, really get cranked up for that stuff. Happiness. I mean, I smile and I chuckle because if you look at history, you just almost every 20 years you get these new leaders, these new people telling other people how to be, how to do. And the internet makes it easy now. I mean, it's nothing to get, you know, thousands, hundreds, millions of followers, viewers, readers. And these people are just all looking. But they're looking outside of themselves when it's, you know, basically it's all inside yourself. I mean, because anything outside is going to be temporary at best. and you get the new whatever, new phone, new book, new hat, new jacket, doesn't matter. Soon the newness wears off and there you are, left with yourself and the formerly new whatever. So then you go out, you buy something else new, and now you're happy again. And I mean, psychology and scientists, they all, the neurologists, they all have it down. They know just how we're wired. You know, the dopamine releasing in our brain when we find that item. I mean, it's fun, I admit it. You know, I like, you see my thrift store videos. I like going to the thrift store, finding something. You know, yeah, get that little spark, that little release, but it's fleeting. It's not what it's all about. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's kind of like buying a chocolate bar. You know, you get that, take a bite, and it feels good, tastes good, makes you happy, you enjoy it. Or some people enjoy it. Some people just wolf it down and they don't even really savor it. So what's the point of all this? It's just that you don't need these gurus to tell you these things. You just really don't. I mean, you just stop, you focus, you think. I mean, you're not going to find any answer. Sure, they might spark something in you. They might even motivate you, but will it be lasting? Will it be temporal? Temporary? Fleeting at best? So you got to work it out for yourself. That's the main thing. You can listen to my videos or other people's videos, but you've got to work it out for yourself. There is no answer. You know, there is no way, the path. There is no path. You decide what it is. There is no path. You figure it out. That's just the way it is. It's that simple. But no, I got nothing against Leo. I wish him well with his book, but I just think that people, before they actually buy the book, they need to think about it. I mean, because if they read his blog, I mean, what more do they think they're going to get? I mean, he's giving you the steps in his blog post. He's giving it to you. So what is it you think you're going to get from the book? I mean, there's even courses. You know, you start out with the blog, then you write a book, then you do these seminars, and it's just like how to each step by step incrementally separate people from their dollars so you capture their attention. You know, that free offer. You know, you write something that interests them, you tell a compelling story. You know, they're sitting on the edge of their seat, they just can't wait for, you know, they can't put it down. You sell them. And so, I guess, in essence, don't be such an easy mark, such an easy sale. Just think. Take the time to think, ponder. Don't let them create this sense of urgency or scarcity within you. It's all an illusion. It really is. I mean, think of all the things, all the fads that you find in thrift stores. I mean, all these things that people just had to have. George Foreman grills. You can buy those things for, you know, pennies on the dollar now. Almost any thrift store. These made-for-TV fad items. Because somebody's always coming out with new and improved. But that's an illusion. I mean, a knife is a knife. I mean, a knife is for cutting, right? So if your knife cuts and it hasn't failed you, why do you need a new one? I mean, that's how they sell more gadgets, more tools. I mean, I literally have just about every tool, every Craftsman tool Sears has to offer, except for the ones that either I didn't want or new ones that they just came out with. But now it's like, I don't really need that ratchet. I've got ratchets that work. I don't need that wrench. I have wrenches that work. You know, It used to be 12 volt, then it was 18 volt, or 14.4, then it went to 18, then 20 volt. Now I think they're up to 24 volt on the drills. I mean, you know, my 12 volt drills, 20 volt drills still, and 18 volt drills still do the job I need them to do. You know, unfortunately, I got some Ryobis where the batteries are toast, but the drills are still like pristine condition. But you know, they keep changing the batteries, so they almost force you to buy, which is something I guess might even be the subject of a different video, but I'm way off topic now. So anyway, Leo, I doubt you're watching, but if you do, I'm not holding anything against you. Hope you don't kick me off your subscriber list, but I just really think people need to pay attention and be focused and not be such an easy mark, or so willing and easily willing to be led and so easily led. I mean, just, you gotta figure it out for yourself. That's what life's all about, figuring it out.